Hello traders, and let's just start by looking at the S&Ps. Before I do so, let's just chat about the week ahead. We've got US Labor Day on Monday, but the actual amount of data that's coming through this week is actually very hectic, finishing with non-farm payroll on Friday. And we've also got, during the week, we've got ECB rates on Thursday, and we're expecting to hear that Europe is about to trigger very soon quantitative easing. Now, apparently everything's not in place for quantitative easing, but we are looking for some comments in the press conference to suggest that, which is why the euro has been so short. Because if the euro are going to print a lot more money, try and stimulate the system, then that is going to devalue the euro, which has already taken place. So we are very extended. You can see the RSI on the daily chart on the right hand side is extremely weak. So it's tough. If you're not in this, it's tough to get in this. And the only way to really trade it, because it's taken a good couple of months to get down here, is to sell contracts, get into short contracts up here and then just sit in them, because the actual moves here have been very, very small, and we spent middle of August doing nothing, going sideways. So that's one thing that I would encourage you to do, is when you've got to move like that, then getting contracts, which is what I've done with the pound yen. So anyway, I'm flitting around. Let me get back to what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm supposed to be talking about the indices. Now, obviously, we've got a lot in the news at the moment. We've got the Ukraine situation, and of course the Iraq situation. I think that Mr. Putin will not want Ukraine to threaten the potential for Russia to get back on track. So I'm guessing. I think it's a big game of poker, but I think between the US standoff, the US at the moment is leaving up to Europe and just keeping Ukraine at arm's length. President Putin is banking on Europe not wanting to see any more escalation, and so I think that hopefully everyone will get around the table, talk sense, and calm this down, which is why we are seeing the S&Ps making new highs, making new closes in the weekly chart, but struggling in the daily. So I think we're going to see a slow week, but overall I think the markets will hold up. So because I'm bullish the markets, I'm looking to buy in a couple of 2 or 3 stocks. I'll come on to that in the stock traders video. Incidentally, if you want to get into that, you want a free trial of that, then let me know, because that's only going out to paid up subscriptions on the stock side. Right, so I think you can see the ATMA on this daily chart on the right just holding, and that's, although it's a nervous week, very narrow range week, I think we'll continue in the narrow range, but close up. Once we've got the Facebook on Wednesday as well, we've got all sorts of data coming out. Got Aussie rates. It really is quite a week crammed with data. So on the one hand, I'm looking for some sideways action because the US not around. I think a lot of people will be taking the week off, and we'll see low volumes. On the other hand, I think we could see some big moves if this data starts to really push the markets around. So I'm going to sit tight on the S&Ps. If we close above the 2000 mark, then I would buy pullbacks. The Dow is weaker, definitely weaker. We've not made a new high on that. We're sitting underneath that 17,160 resistance level. So, and we've got a lower close on Friday. So the Dow is showing weakness, whereas the Nasdaq is really, it's looking as if it's potentially running out of steam, but it is closing higher and could still take off. All we've done on Thursday and Friday is touch the 8 EMA. Hence the reason why I've put that on the chart, just to show that. So a lot of dollar strength, continued dollar strength, and euro weakness, and the pound on the whole bullish. So I am buying increasing my position in the pound yen. I think the weekly is closed slightly higher, and I think we'll see some further moves up the upside on the way to 180 on the pound yen. Obviously 180 could take the rest of the year to achieve, if we're going to achieve it. That's a very, very nice move. So 172.40, not that far off where we are, is a good pullback. If you're going to trade that, swing trade it, the stop's going to have to be on 171.70. That's not a massive stop. You're not risking a lot on that. And the other one I'm looking for is, I think this is a buy signal. It's a new low, close above next day. We are admitted, this is the pound versus the US, Aussie dollar, sorry, Aussie dollar, not US dollar, pound versus the Aussie dollar. Look at the weekly on the left. You can see we're just holding this 177.50 area. I will be buying 177.50 on Monday and taking a small position. If that works, I will increase that position and manage my risk. We are looking at the big picture Monday Traders Roundtable, so make sure you book a seat for that one. I will issue an invitation for that separately. And let's look at the DAX, because the DAX is interesting. 3 weeks higher closes. You can see this range from 88.90 to 98, and we're just clinging on to 50%. We literally closed smack on 50%. So I think we can hold here. I think we can move sideways. A close above 95. Could see that retest 98. So I'll be looking at how we trade on Monday to see if that is worth doing. The only other thing I'll look at on this video is oil. Oil, I think, is a buy at, I think you're going to have to get in 95. That will be a weekly, 94.75 is a weekly entry level on that chart, which is the previous week's open. If you are going to swing trade that, you'll need a stop down there at 92.40. I think we're coming back to 100. Alright, that's all I've got for you at the moment. So if you want to join us on Traders Roundtable, watch out for the invitation. If you don't get an invitation for whatever reason, if you're not on my database, then email me direct or contact me on Twitter. Alright, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're in the US and you've got a long weekend ahead of you, good luck and have fun. Bye for now.